bought a set of, well, a pack of 6mm glass eyes, and I find that they work really, really nicely for this particular series that I'm making. So the next portrait that I want to make, I think she needs quite big pupils because, well, that's what the facial expression wants. So let's see, what can we get here? These pupils are huge. Let me just move them to one side. I think they might be a little bit too big. But let's just have a look at what I can find. This one is nice. Look at this. So this one I think is pretty awesome. If I can find its... Ah, there's the other one. So I think I'm going to use these two. Are really a cool set to use. Okay, so let me put them one side, and then I will get some white clay to do the next part of this. Alright, so I've got some white clay. Obviously it has to be properly conditioned before you're going to use it. So the way I think of conditioning clay is every little atom in the clay has to meet every other atom in the clay. What is that? Alright, so this was preconditioned, so it's not that much work required at this point. And I'll take a piece that'll form the eyes the right size. I don't really know how much I need, but I think I'll need a tiny bit less than that. Alright, so then you roll it into as round a ball as possible, but it's not too critical at this point because we're going to be cutting it in half and then reforming it anyway. So this, I think, is a little bit too big for an eye of the size that I need. So let's cut a bit off and roll it up and see. All right. Relatively round is good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I think that is good enough. Then I'm going to try to cut it in half. And they look about the same size. So I bake mine on this little broken piece of tile, so that I have this to carry on working with while it's in the oven. So what I do now is I will form them into as round as possible half spheres. And then you need to decide where the irises are going to be. I want mine to be looking as straightforward as possible, so I will put them in the middle, or as close to the middle as possible, using the back of this knife, because it's very close to the right size for the little glass eyes that we have. So just make little indents. Then I use some liquid clay, just a little drop, just so that the pupils or the irises don't fall out. Then I take the little eyeball, the little iris, and put it in as carefully as possible. The other one into the pre-prepared little indent. Okay, and then I'm going to pre-bake these. Once they're baked, I can put them into my next character. If you look from the side, you can see that they do bulge out. Oh, they bulge out a little bit, but that's absolutely fine. All right, ready to be baked. All right, it's finished baking and it has cooled down. Now, oh, that one came off quite easily. So this is what the eye looks like now. Little glass eye embedded in white polymer clay. Sometimes I have to use a little craft knife to lever them off, but this time it came off quite nicely. Very nice. Love them. Okay, so they are ready to be used in the next portrait. And that's how I make my eyes.